Hello, my name is Mitch. I'm here to tell you about an experience I had. I don't know if it was paranormal or whatever stupid words people use to describe supernatural phenomena, but after that thing visited me, I believe that the paranormal trash is now. A week after I moved with my brother, Edwin, and my house was foreclosed, I finished unpacking. Edwin liked the idea of me moving in since we hadn't seen each other for 10 years. I was excited too. I soon fell asleep after I moved in. After that first week, I heard a rustling noises coming from the outside at about 1 in the morning. I thought it was a raccoon, so I ignored it and tried to fall asleep. The next morning, I told Edwin about it and he agreed. That next night, however, I thought I heard my window opening and heard a loud thump as if something entered my room. I darted up and looked around my room, but I saw nothing. The next morning, Edwin dropped his coffee cup when he saw me, and he held by a mirror, and I saw myself, and I had a large gash on my left cheek. After I was rushed to the hospital, my doctor told me that I must have been sleepwalking. But then he showed me something that made my blood turn cold. He lifted up my shirt to reveal swollen up stitches from where my kidneys were. I stared into his eyes, mind widening. You know somehow you lost your left kidney last night, my doctor told me. We don't know how though, sorry Mitch. The next night my heart was breaking at the point. Around midnight, I woke up to see a truly horrifying sight. I was standing face to face with a creature with a black hoodie and dark blue mask with no nose or mouth, staring down at me. The thing scared me the most was the fact that it had no eyes, just empty black sockets. The creature also had some same black substance dripping from its sockets. I grabbed the camera from a nearby mantle and took a picture. Immediately after taking the shot, the creature lunged at me and tried to claw open my chest to get my lungs. I stopped it by kicking it in the face. As I ran out of my room, I grabbed my wallet, and I would need the money. I ran out of my brother's house into the night. Eventually, I ended up in the woods near Edwin's house and tripped on the rock. I felt unconscious when I woke up from the hospital. My doctor said that the same one who treated me before entered the room. I have good news and bad news, Mitch, my doctor said. The good news is that you had minor injuries, and your parents are going to pick you up. I sighed in relief. The bad news is that your brother's been killed by something. Sorry. My parents took me back to Edwin's house to collect my remaining belongings, which I did upon entering the room. I was scared but remained calm. I grabbed my camera and then stopped dead in my tracks. In the hallway leading to my room, I saw Edwin's body and something small lying next to it. I retrieved it and entered my parents' car, not mentioning Edwin's corpse. I looked at the thing I packed up and nearly vomited. I was holding my stolen half kidney with some black substance on it. And that, my little pretties, was Eyeless Jack, a creepypasta written by Azel Azelf5000. I guess you could definitely say that's the author's name. I'm sorry if I don't pronounce it correctly. My final thoughts on this story? It's a good classic creepypasta. I'm not gonna lie, it's a good classic creepypasta. I really do find, this story to be, scary. I remember Mr. Creepypasta narrated this story sometime back in 2009, well, 9 years ago, 9 or 10 years ago. I remember when he narrated this story. And a lot of people have narrated this story to be surprising. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people actually have narrated this story, so that's actually why I decided to sit there and read this story. Because, I've seen a lot of people actually, sitting there and narrating this story. And I really would have to say it's a good creepypasta. I haven't read it in like a while actually. I think it's the first time I've, read this story, but it's been like a really long time. I really do find this one to be, it's quite enjoyable. I'm not gonna lie. I actually do like the fact that, it has a good concept. It was freaky too. I'm not gonna deny it. It was pretty freaky from what I've seen. Like, I mean, this story actually had a pretty good, concept for it. Basically the person, being at, at the house where the brother is, and they just do, random stuff. Then all of a sudden they end up seeing, well, you could definitely guess it. They end up seeing this little eyeless person end up killing someone's brother, this protagonist's brother. I mean, I honestly really was surprised at that. It honestly had a really interesting feel to what this concept would really is. But I'm really gonna be honest that I've never heard of this story until I guess Mr. Creepypasta narrated this one. But I really have to say, it's a pretty good story. I actually really like how the concept of it went out. I like the storyline behind it all. The grammar's good, not gonna lie. I really like how the grammar went out, especially with the sentence structuring, storyline, everything about it, just flat out amazing. That's honestly, this story actually had a pretty good, concept. Although I do wish that maybe it was a little longer. Like, I mean, there were parts of the story that just were just a little bit, wish it could have been a little bit longer. But perhaps with that said, the story actually still flows out very well. I still really do like how this story went out. It's still pretty neat. I still really found this story to have like a really good concept. But I really have to say it's pretty good. So, I definitely have to say, what do you? Oh yeah, and I'm gonna sit here and say this. It has been a long time since I last looked through it. I think Shadow might have narrated this back in, I guess, on his old channel. I don't remember if he did or not. He might have done it, but I don't remember because it's been, quite a long time. But if he hasn't narrated this story yet, I hope he does soon because a lot of narrators have done this story. Like, I do know for a fact a lot of creepypasta narrators like to do this story, so I decided to go ahead and, give this one a shot. Really like it. So, anyways, what did you get? Anyways, what did you guys think? You all enjoy it? Did you all not? And before I, wrap it up, this is simply my own personal opinion. You happen to disagree with me, that's fine too. We're all entitled to our own opinions regarding these creepypastas. Simply my own personal thoughts. My final rating is a 10 out of 10. I remember this story very well. I remember listening to other narrators at the time. I still find this story to be enjoyable, although I do wish it was a little longer, like the story could have been expanded a little more perhaps. But other than that, the story was not terrible or anything. It's still a pretty good story. I really would have to say. I really do like how this had a good, interaction with the story. Now, I haven't really watched this in like a while, but yeah. Like, I haven't watched narrations of Eyeless Jack in a while. Anyways, what do you guys think? You all enjoy it? Did you all not? Also, what you have done personally to help make this story a lot better? Feel free to leave me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. I'm the Queen of Lions. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. You happen to be brand new here on this channel, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe because I make brand new videos every single day. Don't forget to ring the notification bell to when I upload, so that way you guys won't miss an upload. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video, and as always, please roll the outro because I'm out.